I'm buffering. Egads. Just a sec. Jesus. I can't even. Please tell me I'm here. Please tell me I'm here. I'll refresh mine. Am I still buffering? I'm okay now? Oh, good. I'm here. I'm here. Jeez. They got me on a short leash here. My goodness. Oh, that's the wrong charger. Just a second. Is it how many times who's counting? Jesus. Okay. Hey, Claire. Hi, Marjorie. Hi, Rebecca, Pammy, Bonnie. Hey, y'all. Okay, I'm here, Cartomancy. I'm still going. AT Barb. Bonnie Douglas is first. That's who I have here first. Marjorie says, so much news. Please watch Spycraft. Yeah, I this is crazy. So, how are you, my friends? I'm sure a lot of you can feel the weight of this upcoming full moon. Yes, no, we got to get through it, you guys. But no matter how bad the news is, Joe Biden is president, and we have the majority in the House and the Senate, right? So we can always go default back to that. I think also part of a lot of the news and the drama stuff is that people are addicted to drama. There's that vibe out there that there's no longer tweets to make the nation crazy, but people need to get that fix with their brain centers to create some drama. I know the news needs it because they need ratings, but there's this vacuum that Donald used to occupy 24/7, and that's kind of dying off right now. And someone needs to go fill it. And I think that's why we're getting the crazies. Okay, Marjorie Taylor Greene is in her own category, okay? But there's a lot of crazy stuff going on, and I feel like however Donald knew how to be orchestrated in the past with his Twitter to disguise things, that now there are people filling in the gaps to say stupid, dumb stuff. The media goes and chases them all day, and then we miss important headlines. Again, we've been doing this for 4 years. So a lot of those people are stepping in, I think, to fill that void. However, now, it's a little bit more intense because we have the white supremacy GOP party, which is kind of scary, right? Yes. Hi, all. Okay. Yeah, they're totally freaking out. So, I don't know if I mentioned to you guys, like, I haven't been dreaming a lot at all. I would say I would watch other channels and I'd be like, okay, well, they had a dream and this happened. I'm like, why don't I have dreams? Like, somehow I'm not dreaming, but I, got the notion that, you know what, you have it turned on all day. Like, you can assimilate and do your stuff all day long, but really you need to turn it off. And since, I don't know about you guys, since Biden has been inaugurated, I've slept very, very well. And yesterday, I kind of had a dream. I couldn't remember what it was, but I remember thinking, oh, I'm doing that again. But then this morning, when I got up, I was having a conversation with Abraham Lincoln. And it was so real to me that as I was awake, thinking in bed, I'm like, what was he telling me? Why don't I understand that? I need to ask him what he meant by that. And it took that type of talking for me to be like, oh, that was a dream, which was really weird. And it's stuck with me all day. The only thing I can tell you about this dream is that while I was talking to him, he was actually the silhouette of himself on the penny. And he kept saying, through our devotion, he's like, do you get it? Do you understand it? Through our devotion. And so all day, like, I've been running around. I'm like, in the back of my mind, through our devotion. What? So I sat down and meditated on it, but I want to read the Gettysburg Address to you again. So this is from November 19th, 1863. The Battle of Gettysburg was July 1st through the 3rd, and holy cow, that's yet another reading I need to do and show you the charts about the Wuhan asteroid and the Civil War and how we won the war. It's crazy amazing. But anyway, so he was invited back to speak November 19th at their dedication of the Gettysburg, at the Gettysburg, not the cemetery, but, well, it was his address. And so there's a black and white photo. There were 15,000 people who showed up there. And it's really kind of amazing. So here we go. 7 years ago, our fathers brought forth upon this continent a new nation, conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. Now we are engaged in a great civil war, testing whether that nation or any nation so conceived and so dedicated can long endure. We are met on a great battlefield of that war. We have come to dedicate a portion of that field as a final resting place for those who here gave their lives that that nation might live. It is altogether fitting and proper that we should do this. But in a larger sense, we cannot dedicate, we cannot consecrate, we cannot hallow this ground. The brave men, living and dead, who struggled here have consecrated it far above our poor power to add or detract. The world will little note nor long remember what we say here, but it can never forget what they did here. It is for us, the living, rather, to be dedicated here to the unfinished work which they who fought here have thus far so nobly advanced. It is rather for us to be here dedicated to the great task remaining before us, that from these honored dead we take increased devotion to that cause for which they gave the last full measure of devotion, that we here highly resolve that these dead shall not have died in vain, that this nation under God shall have a new birth of freedom, and that government of the people, by the people, and for the people shall not perish from the earth. This is such a powerful speech. And so all day today, I just keep thinking of him through our devotion. And what I was getting was that through our devotion, you still have to devote yourselves. That even in these times, like with the insurrection on the Capitol, that even in our differences, the Capitol is hallowed ground, but even in our differences, we can always, both sides, take increased devotion, not in the sense of a martyr, but of the cause which they gave the last full measure of devotion, which was for the Republic to survive. What happened at the Capitol based on misinformation and lies, but it is through our devotion for more perfect union. And also through all those we've lost with cerveza virus that increased devotion, that you could address any tragedy in the United States. I'm thinking about the video that came out today with Marjorie, whatever her name, following David Hogg with school violence and school shooting. That we take increased devotion to the cause for which they gave the last full measure of devotion. It applies to everything that has hurt our union, the last full measure of devotion. That's where we always need to be, even in our disagreements, even as we protest or we call our representatives, that first and foremost has to be the call, that this is through our devotion, that we continue this for all who have passed, and we do that by continuing forward for them, for the people, and not perish from the earth. And so when I sat down to meditate on this, because I kept feeling like there's so much more than this, there is. I want to sit down just a second. So it's really hard to describe this meditation because for a lot of it, there was a lot of darkness, but I knew I was moving through time and space, and I knew that I was like, you know, in the belly of the earth, and I knew that I was emerging out of the earth, and I knew that I was standing on the earth, but everything was still really dark. Oh, but here at the end, I'm going to tell you, keep in mind this last image while I tell you the story. So, for the last couple months, I would say even maybe just before the election too, maybe into the fall, I kept having this vision that I knew we were going to be okay, because the vision that kept coming to me was like everything was fine, everything was cleared. It was like, I didn't know what time of the year it was. Maybe it was like early spring. It's very similar to Cash Peter's story where he says there's like a big blizzard out there and you can't go outside. Except the vision I was having was at the end of that. Like, it's like everyone finally emerges, comes out, and it's like we can see each other kind of across the fields, like farm fields that have, I don't think they've even been planted yet, so it's just all dark soil. And there's kind of a steam kind of rising up, kind of, because I don't want to say there was a war, but there were fires. But now it's like everything is clear, the air is clear, everyone's coming out, and it's like parents holding the hands of children. And the thing is, the population isn't as many, but like that's the vision I kept getting, because it's a beautiful sun-shining day with, you know, thin, high, billowy clouds, and it's perfect. Well, this meditation that I had today, thinking about through our devotion to all, this is the whole thing that happens before that vision. So I tried to take some notes afterwards. I don't know if I'm going to be able to impart it to you as well, but I kept thinking about through our devotion to all, our devotion to all, our devotion to all those that have gone, that have left so many feeling alone and stumbling around on your own in the dark, like not knowing what way is up, what way is down. And that in this isolation, in this dark, which like feels really normal because we've been in lockdown for so long and so many have been lost. And as I kept thinking about through our devotion, it was like bumbling through the dark, but somehow as I was doing that, it was like being on Earth, but all of a sudden like Earth was in space. Well, it is in space, I know. But there was no ground. But I was just kind of still floating around in the darkness. And I kept saying, for those through our devotion. And it was like all of a sudden I could feel beings like coming together, like finding each other in the dark. But we're still like not here nor there, but more and more beings finding each other through our devotion. And somehow like all these energies of beings become organized in this darkness. It's kind of like a velvety, dark cobalt, dark blue. If you could have a dark green that was black, kind of like that. But then it became really organized, that through our devotion, that they started leading us. So I felt like through our devotion, remembering them, they could find us in the darkness. And it's like we're organizing together. And then as it started to organize, like you could feel like a cadence as you walked. You could feel a cadence as like you walked, or like maybe you would come across like a hill and you'd kind of like jump up and jump off. It's like everyone would do that in timing. It was, I don't want to say choreographed, but if you could have music to it, almost like Fantasia, Disney's Fantasia, it was kind of like those energies were like finally organizing like that. And then through our devotion, they lead us, what does this say? By something in the darkness. And then all of a sudden, okay, it's still dark, but then all of a sudden, I feel like I'm falling. Like how you have a dream and you feel like you're falling. But this time, but it was like I wasn't falling. It just felt like gravity was so strong. But then at the same moment, now I'm getting dragged up, like through the core of the earth. And I can almost see at points like I'm like hitting rock as I'm coming up, and I'm like in caverns. But it's like I'm accelerating so fast up through rock and shale. And then all of a sudden it's like, and it's still dark, but once in a while it's like I could see a light, like I could, the rocks were getting lighter in color. And then all of a sudden I like penetrated through the top. I could tell that maybe someone was on the ground looking up. Maybe they were praying. But here I am still saying that in our devotion, now it's like we're all together, but you still can't see. And then I could kind of feel like I was on the ground. I still couldn't really see, but I knew everybody. We were all around together. We were so safe. But there were like whipping winds. It was dark. It was almost like there was, I want to say, volcanic rocks and ash being thrown everywhere. But you could not feel the heat. You couldn't feel the searing air. You're just totally safe. And it was just kind of like riding out this darkness. And I just kept saying to myself through our devotion, because I'm like, what are we doing? And it was just like we were all together, totally safe, even in the swirling darkness. I wrote in here, are we in a vortex of hell? What is going on? And then I realized now here's Abraham Lincoln saying, yes, this is a war. This has been an ongoing war, and you're all just realizing this is a war. This is why you have to stay in your devotion for one another. And then I'm like, oh, so this is what war feels like. And he's like, yes, you've lost so many. And so I just kept saying through our devotion, he kept saying through our devotion. And I just kept saying that, and all of a sudden this war is raging, and then all of a sudden everything just kind of swirled, all the smoke and everything, and it just got vacuumed up and went away. Kind of like at the end of the Raiders of the Lost Ark, like whatever that was in the Raiders of the Lost Ark, all like the smoke and everything, it all kind of like swirled up and got sucked out. And when that happened, everything was suddenly vacuumed up. Everything was clear. But before it got clear, and before you could see the land clearly, the land was just scorched. Everything was black. And then as everything cleared, then I got to that image that I had seen for so long, knowing we would be okay because the earth, the soil was dark, black, it was rich, it was ready to be planted. The skies were clear, the air was clear, everything was clean. And this whole thing is what happened before then, because I have asked several times, well, what happens before that? How will I know that we're here and we're safe? And it was Abraham Lincoln this morning telling me about, our devotion to one another, our devotion to the cause, keeping your eyes on the prize, stay down to earth. And that is just, it was just kind of amazing. So yeah, we are realizing, yes, we are in a war. And I wonder if that's to preface giving me the heads up on what we're going to find out as we go through this impeachment, and as more information comes out that, yes, we all know Russia has been at war with us. And now there is a war raging, trying to cover up that war. The cover up is worse than the crime. Well, it's all terrible. So that was my Abraham Lincoln dream that I had. He's been talking with me all day. Let me check in with you guys real quick. Oh, whoops. Okay. Okay, very good. Hi, Desrat. Hi, you guys. Yes. Yes. Okay, we're good. You guys are all good. Hi, Jaybird. Thank you. Okay. So, hi, lucky girl. Okay, so that, and which room you guys, you are gonna be blown away when you see the Gettysburg, the Battle of Gettysburg, the horoscope and the astrological charts, and that Wuhan asteroid is just such a warring bugger. I just can't believe we found that. Okay. I have been up to my ears in tarotscopes because of the change in the administration. I'm telling you, it is so much easier. It is so much easier now. It is just, there's like no questions asked. And oh my gosh, I think if you have read or watched any of the press secretary, and then I don't know if Biden had a press conference today. Holy cow, like they've covered everything that we've written our new moon contracts and wishes about. I'm like, okay, that one's done. Okay, done. Okay, done. So I'm like, we need to rethink our point of focus now with these because that's all done. We're in a war. We got to win this war. So I'm kind of rethinking some of those things about our intentions that we absolutely have to address. Okay. So this wild full moon, oh my gosh, I mean, do you see anything happy there? Like blue lines and green lines are happy. The red lines are angry. What do you see? A lot of angry red lines. So much anger and hostility. And the thing is, though, President Biden is represented by the sun in Aquarius. He has the planet Jupiter, good fortune, leading him. He's got it at his back. So as this goes around, as the Earth spins, he's the sun. He's between Saturn and Jupiter. Saturn rules the sun in Aquarius. This isn't so bad to have Saturn ahead of you for him. It's like a protective barrier. Oh, you guys. So you know how I always talked about Donald's chart and how annoying it was to get to his money because his Saturn was 23 Cancer and his Venus was 25 Cancer. So, 23 comes before 25. So as his horoscope would spin, that Saturn acted like a block, a big door, a big obstacle to access his money all his life. And he always knew he had this protection. So it's like Saturn is in it's super dominion. Ooh, whoa, sorry. Okay, I'm getting a little excited here. Are we okay? So Saturn is in its super dominion here. It's like he's got the protective power of Saturn leaving him. He's got Jupiter at his back. That's like having the wind at your sails of innovation and science and humanitarian efforts. It's like that's why he feels untouchable. We also have Venus and Jupiter at 25 degrees Capricorn in this area of shared resources. That is opposite Donald's Venus. And Donald is throwing a great, big, huge fit that is going to get ripped wide open at this full moon. It is going to be active the following day. And then a week from Friday, a lot of people touch this moon. Are we doing okay here? Okay, so President Biden, he is a Scorpio. His sun is in Scorpio. The sun right here is in this 8th house of life, death, transformation, politics. This is the real estate of Scorpio. So he is very comfortable here. Normally someone who's not a Scorpio that has all this stuff lined up here, I'd be a little bit more nervous. But with him, it's okay. It's okay. The moon here, we the people, the 2nd house of income, gains, values, our possessions. We are in possession of a really awesome president. And there are some things happening over here that are rather explosive that are needling him, trying to get at him, trying to get at us. And these things are in Taurus. Now, I was getting lightheaded last night looking at all of this stuff that's being activated with this full moon with the past administration. First of all, we have Mars at 10 degrees Taurus. And Lilith, it's not on this one. Lilith is right there. Mars and Lilith, dark moon Lilith. Remember, Lilith is the pain of the feminine. It is the feminine abused, assaulted, left for dead, abandoned, every deep, dark pain. So there's a lot of deep, dark pain out there conjunct Mars, action. I'm in so much pain. Conjunct Uranus, I'm going to explode with my pain. And I'm going to take it out on you, and I'm going to take it out on you. Okay? That is in Taurus. Taurus is a fixed earth sign, so it's a very stubborn anger. It's a very stubborn pain. And it's a stubborn wick to be detonated, and when it goes, it's going to go. When you have Mars and Taurus, this is usually where you get activity, like what, when people, this is like when people bludgeon people, other people with big weapons, and they get them badly broken and bloody, and just, I mean, it's just really nasty type of beatings that happen with a Mars and Taurus. It's quite gross. So there's a lot of pent-up energy there. We have on the ascendant here, the sign rising in the east, 0 degrees Cancer. We had a new moon eclipse on the first day of summer. Over here on the descendant, we the people, we had the Jupiter-Saturn conjunction on the first day of winter. That stuff is being activated again. At the top and the bottom of the chart, we have Pisces and Virgo down here. Now, this is explosive. The full moon, 9 degrees Aquarius, 9 degrees Leo. Here's the thing. The other thing that's happening, Don Julio, his NESSUS is in the crosshairs here. So he is going to be extra belligerent. He is working on stuff because this stuff has been building. His asteroid NESSUS is at 9 degrees Taurus. This full moon is at 9 degrees Aquarius Leo. NESSUS is the asteroid that shows where your abuser shows up in your chart. So to get a flavor of how he behaves with his NESSUS, well, at 9 degrees Taurus, when we look when the sun was 9 degrees Taurus last April 29th, these are just some of the headlines involving him. He ordered the meat plants to stay open last April 29th. We found out that 90% of the minority-owned businesses were shut out of PPP. Pence said he's not going to wear a mask at the Mayo Clinic. And then that day it was announced that he's going to continue having deportation hearings for children, for migrant children, was going to continue. And on that day, WHO, the World Health Organization, had to slash humanitarian aid to Yemen because Don Julio cut agency funding. So this is where his NESSUS is. That's being activated. His abuser, the pain, the dark black moon Lilith for me was always women's rights, human rights, civil rights. On the flip side, that's where you get white supremacy. So that's activated. It's explosive. And then the next day, well, within like 2 to 4 hours, Donald's Pluto, his destructive planet that's in the 12th house over here, secrets, where he's get his weird obsessions, his weird destructive paths. Just, I don't even want to talk about it because he's so gross. That's at 10 degrees Leo. The next day, the sun will be at 10 degrees Aquarius, still in full moon revelation mode. So a lot of stuff is going to come out related to that. But wait, there's more, you guys. There's more. Guess who else who is going to be activated by it? And this is just a very short list of information I happen to have. Rand Paul, his Saturn is at 10 degrees Aquarius. going to be in, so he's going to get caught up in there with his, I don't even know what to expect. Chuck Grassley has his Saturn also at 10 degrees Aquarius. Tom Cotton has his Saturn at 10 degrees Leo. Cruz has his Mars now over here at 9 degrees Scorpio. Secrets and enemies, he's going to have some secrets come out. Marco Rubio has his Mars at 11 degrees Aquarius. And that's just a handful. I printed up Josh Hawley's asteroids, and oh my God, we have 2 readings we have to do. We have to do one on the Gettysburg, Wuhan, and we got to look at Josh Hawley's asteroids. Holy crap. God, is he just evil, nasty. So this full moon, I'm so glad it's not an eclipse. I feel like Biden is just fine. But there's going to be a lot of rambling. There's going to be a lot of stuff about money. In our nation. Another thing to keep your eyes on. Well, Mercury's going to retrograde here in a couple days. So this will give you a chance to catch up on stuff from the past. If you must sign a contract, please do it like now. If it's after the 30th, forget it. Just don't. Just go back and reevaluate the stuff you need to do. If you need to sign a contract after the 30th, but it's something you already visited, or maybe it was you're going to go get a job from like when we can clean house and catch up and catch our breath and clarify what we want to do. This Mercury is close to the USA moon, which is 27 degrees Aquarius, which is we the people. And at the Saturn-Pluto conjunction last January 12th, Venus was at 28 degrees. Oh my gosh, and I think Wonder Woman Pallas Athena was at 26. So we the people are sitting very, very, very happily ever after right here, you guys. We totally are. So this is the gist of it. This is the gist of the chart. I feel like Biden's going to be okay. Donald's going to get crazy. We cannot get sucked into that. Oh my God bless Navalny. We should look at his chart too. Alexei Navalny, his North Node, your life purpose. I was looking at that, is at 12 degrees Scorpio, meaning he's willing and ready to die for his cause. I keep seeing him and Sergei Magnitsky together, arm in arm, shaking hands, celebrating the last couple days. I haven't heard any news about what's going on with him. So I was worried yesterday about Patrick Leahy, that he might be the one, because remember at the last quarter moon, the Neptune sacrifice showed up here in the 9th house of law, lands far away. I didn't know if that was going to be Patrick Leahy. I was really worried about him because that was not good. So we'll see. There have been some prominent deaths. I don't know which one it is. I know that there was another Capitol police officer committed suicide. It's just just not good. Okay, let me check in with you guys. See how you're doing. Oh, yeah, the Trump org totally is a front for KGB. Absolutely. Oh yeah, we don't want to. Okay. Okay, here we go. Am I buffer? Okay. I wanted to show you guys. You guys, there's still something very fishy going on with the Cuba and the tennis pavilion. I had to look at that again because I'm always like, there's something weird about that. And Okay, I am not going to go into detail about this. I'm just going to list off to you guys what lined up with the what. I should tell you the Cuba too. Where's the Cuba? Oh my God, Mike Flynn, Charles Flynn. Where's the Cuba? Look at all these papers I have. I can barely keep this organized. Oh my God. The Cuba came up because it came up before. And again, this time around, Cuba lines up, well, it lines up with the 45 Republicans who are like, no, let's not move to whatever it was they decided. Oh, to say that it was unconstitutional when it was totally constitutional. Cuba and the tennis pavilion are just lining up with the wrong people. Iran and Turkey are lining up with it. Iran with Cuba and terror. And China. The FBI, I see, seem to understand the function of the tennis pavilion. But remember the last live I did, I said we have to focus on the Page of Swords because there's a spy that Biden wants to root out. The tennis pavilion came up with the Page of Swords with how it functions and who it is. I'm like, you're kidding me. So this tennis pavilion, maybe we could, it came up with the double aces, the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands reversed. Remember, and I get two cards like that. It's the cover up. You have something and you're trying to hide something and you're supposed to dispose of it. That's how that tennis pavilion came up with it. So who lined up with this? We had Jack Ma's Alibaba, the vaccine shortage, Mike Flynn as the Page of Swords regarding Biden, Jared, crude oil that went down, Alphabet, you know, the company that owns Google. Mitch came up with, matched it. So did Pence regarding the Army. So did Senator Lee. Who's this? The Republican. So what is this? A Republican Attorneys General Association. You know, the one that paid to have all those buses go to the rally, the insurrection. And I can't read that. So that's what's energizing the tennis pavilion this week. The tennis pavilion, who it is? The Page of Pentacles. We have Deutsche Bank. Mitch with his blank stare. He and Calgon Chow have been showing up for me this week as kind of catatonic with a blank stare. Like, we always knew they were kind of robots, but like, it was just really eerie, this weird blank stare that they have. So that came up, and that also COVID is so much worse than we realized. In the areas of communications for this tennis pavilion, the Nine of Pentacles reversed. So that's like individual wealth, oligarchs, billionaires, donors, you know, the billionaire donors. They had this in the area of communications reversed. This is, Canada knows about it. Ousting the Attorney General from Georgia. This has to do about the National Guard getting booted because it was against Biden to make him look bad. This has to do the tennis pavilion with our supply chain, the plot to, pew, pew, pew. I talked about that on the Twitter. The Pfizer vaccine, Mitch delaying impeachment. Related back to the tennis pavilion. What's going on with that thing? Again, in defense of itself, his clan, the tennis pavilion has the Wheel of Fortune and catatonic Mitch. I don't get it. Fifth house of the sun. The tennis pavilion has a Two of Swords. Separating. Being separated from. had a function to do with why the National Guard were out of the Capitol. Charles Flynn and Lindsey Graham. This tennis pavilion partnerships, we have the 10 of Cups, which has been Proud Boys. This includes Marsha Blackburn, Turkey, Mitch threatening the filibuster, shared resources for the tennis pavilion with the 10 of Swords in the back, Mitch again, the donors that dropped GOP who won't accept Biden as a winner. I have Senator Leahy, but I think that's just coincidental because this is his heart. What's crowning the tennis pavilion? 5 of Wands. Peter Thiel bankrolling the GOP and the Pfizer vaccine again. In terms of friends, we have Temperance. That's the Alpha Group, like Alpha Bank and all that. The secrets have to do with, holy crap. So this is the website. I'm getting these weird texts again. So what I do when I get these weird texts, you've got a package. I go look up who, the domain is registered under, when it was registered, and where it's hosted. I'm getting these texts on the day that the domain is created. That showed up with the tennis pavilion. Strength, that's Russia Strength. This is also the secret about the tennis pavilion. McCarthy, about Donald. And then the hidden enemy is the Emperor Reversed. The coup. The Dow going up the other day. Global Stops. Ivanka. And then San Mateo is the hidden enemy. San Mateo is where this domain name is registered. I don't know what's going on with the tennis pavilion, but it also has an intimate relationship with the Cuba and these people. It's so weird. So maybe you guys got some ideas about that tennis pavilion, maybe? Hi, you guys. Hi, GM Dave. I know, Marie. Who played tennis? No one. I think it's like a back channel communications, like satellite linked operation where they could do their back channel discussions where nobody would get caught. So maybe like McCarthy doesn't have to go there, but maybe somehow he can like dial into like a hidden satellite or something. There's something very weird about that tennis pavilion because it shows up in the wrong places, and it shows up in the wrong places with the wrong people. This is the second or third time I've kept track of this. It's crazy. Nancy Lee, who built the pavilion? Well, supposedly it was Mo Flotus, because she's a mofo. Mo Flotus. Supposedly it was her doing. But have you seen any pictures about the tennis pavilion? Have you seen anyone doing anything with... Every time I think about that pavilion, I just think about a dark, creepy structure, like a haunted house I don't want to go into, and that like it could electrocute you or something. Leon Black is What? Bonnie Douglas. Apollo's CEO Leon Black stepping down. That is really big news. Marjorie. Spycraft showed how they hid surveillance equipment in concrete. How? What? Do you have a link for that, Marjorie? Can you tell us more? Mud Cricket. That's Ace of Cups. Mud Cricket? Mud! I think you're right. Holy crap. Yeah, Nancy Lee. Epstein has been coming up, like when you go check out at the tabloid or your supermarket, like I feel like it's Men in Black. You know how maybe in the first Men in Black movie they go Tommy Lee Jones and Will Smith. Tommy Lee Jones goes and picks up all the tabloids. He's like, oh, this is where I find out all my information where the aliens live on Earth. I'm in the freaking checkout lanes now, and I'm like looking at the tabloids to see what are they trying to get away with? Why are they trending? Because the National Enquirer, remember, AMI, did all of Don Julio's bidding, and they would put out headlines that would help Don. 16. You can always pick up so much. I'm like, my God, what is going on with this Epstein-Ghislaine thing? Because it's in our faces again, and there's a lot of nervousness. So that Leon Black now stepped down, that's huge. Okay. Let's see. David Pecker, still loyalty. You know what? He's dumb. He just is dumb. David Pecker, they're all just dumb. Oh, I'm not, am I holy crap. Am I buffering? Are we heading for another coup attempt this week? Boho in Mexico. I don't know. Let's take a look at this. I feel like Donald is working behind the scenes. I'm seeing a lot of activity between him and like the Russia. They have something planned. They are working on something. I don't know, but let's lay out this TAROTSCOPE and we should get some more information, okay? Okay. Yes, I am glad that the Guard are staying there through April. So, let's lay out this TAROTSCOPE and find out what's going on. You know what I should do? I will add a deck for a terror attack, okay? I just opened this up. Look what's at the top. That gives me creeps. Okay, so this is what we do at each lunation. If you're new to my channel, I do tarot and astrology. I lay out the cards at each lunation, and we get really, really good information. As we pull the entire thing together, okay? So let me just recap here. This full moon is tomorrow at 2:16 p.m. It is this whole next week is very active. This is touching your heart, your circulatory system, your inflammation, your physical body, and blockages, blood. You guys, you have to take it easy and avoid all the road ragers out there, everything. Just lay low. I know I say it to this all the time, but I really, really mean it. And plus, Mercury is going to go retrograde. Now, the good news is that when Mercury is retrograde, Don Julio spends time doing stuff, and then it always blows up in his face when Mercury goes retrograde, because that's his ruling planet. And he's stupid. And Bill Barzal, as well, also really struggles with the Mercury retrograde. Those are the only two that I've really noticed with that. We also, in the last TAROTSCOPE, I was telling you that asteroid Wuhan is the asteroid that is associated with, in our history, wars, the Civil War, the Gettysburg. We have the 1918 pandemic. We have Pearl Harbor, 9/11. In the last chart, that Wuhan asteroid was conjunct Vice President Kamala's Saturn. It was conjunct the moon of the United States. And what I've been vibing out from it is that it's working to our advantage in the fact that it has a real suppression effect, a kind of slowing down effect. I feel like that power of the Wuhan is in our court. And that is opposite Donald's Mars. So that's another reason why I think he's just going to have, he's just freaking out. I just don't even want to be, I would not want to be anywhere near him. No way. And I could almost sense him this week, kind of, you know, watching like the press conference or, you know, watching stuff. And then like, I got a sense that he was like pissed you know, at all of his press secretaries, even Kayleigh, because she can't speak so clearly as, is it Jen Psaki? Like, I could get a real sense to him, like, oh man, I should have done that. I should have hired her. Such a dork. Okay. I know, that's so stupid. He had to get, he's going to roll out an office of the former, but for correspondence, it's like, hey, you didn't even have press conferences, dummy. He cannot stand that he's not the center of attention. Yeah, Kevin McCarthy is no good. Oh, yay, Hippie Sue to the rescue is here. I hope Hippie Sue is feeling well. She's been getting over her COVID. Who is TOC? I don't know who TOC is. Okay. Oh, transnational organized crime. Okay. Okay, astrology. First house. Area of secrets. Hidden enemies. Friends. My God, these are so much easier to draw. It's crowning, DC. Shared resources. Sixth house, public servants, military, day-to-day, fifth house of the sun. Fourth house, defenses. Third house, communications. Second house, income gains. Oh shoot, I need another worksheet. Am I out? I think I've used all my worksheets this week. Oh, here we go. Okay, here we go. Ooh. Oh, crap. I do not like this card. On the Ascendant. Aquarius, I know. So I don't know how this operates under a Biden administration. This card would be more like a Putin card when he was ready to provoke a strike. Some of our ugliest things that and I think this was active during the insurrection. Third house messages. Oh my gosh. So we would often get third house messages with the prior administration because they were planning something on the ground to provoke. I don't know how this is going to be with the Biden administration. So we have the full moon Leo. Astro. I know. Third house. Oh, I did not. You guys, it's Mercury retrograde. I'm not ready. Which means I need to take extra time to write everything down or I will lose it. Third house. Okay. Holy cow. Am I messed up? Okay. The 12th house of secrets, hidden enemy secrets. So the secret has to do with the 11th house of friends. Hidden enemies. Saturn return age. Now that is interesting because the Saturn return age, we got that for President Biden when he was inaugurated. So the hidden enemy is him coming back or someone else coming back. This also has shown as Putin. Oh, I just got NATO, Biden's, like, his executive orders, the calls he's been making to allies. He's called NATO. My God, what a burn. 2 days ago, they were asking at the press conference, when is Biden going to call Putin? And then Jen Psaki was like, oh, we're going to do a review, 100-day review, blah, 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 blah. Next day, she's like, oh, yeah, he talked to Putin this afternoon already. But he also called the Secretary General from NATO to reinstate, to reaffirm Article 50, and then also talked to Putin that day and just laid into him. I thought was brilliant. So that's that. So here we go, 11th house. Okay, so this is where Mars and Uranus is. This is Donald's Nessus. Oh, God, Capricorn I use. Did I just say Capricorn? Wow, I am just feeling such a Don Julio influence here. I do not like it. Capricorn I use. So this is like, I think Capricorn I use was reversed the week of the insurrection, where our goods and resources with the government were withheld from Capitol Police. This is exploiting PPP. This is sending money to KJU. But again, this is the Biden administration. I don't know. It could be something totally different. So the 10th house, what's crowning DC? 5th house, creativity. Now, that is interesting. I have never saw this, I don't think, with the former administration. I hope this means Biden is being super creative with what he's doing and how he's managing things. 9th house, lands far away. The Justice, Department of Justice. It's also about extremists. The 7th house, partners. So this could be like our allies. And the Mercury is there. Negotiations, contracts. Talking with our allies and our partners. Revisiting things from the past. Maybe trying to figure out the supply line as well. 8th house, shared resources. That's where Jupiter, Saturn, Venus, and Pluto are. The 2nd house of that is interesting. In the prior administration, we would nets could be shared, and this does not look good or confusing. Okay, 7th house. We the people. Crap. You guys know what this is. So water element sensing. This is AI. It's social media to see what's going on the ground. If there's going to be some sort of attack or provocation or shooting. That's how it would show up with the prior administration. Again, it could be something different, but I don't like that. Especially since where was Capricorn I use was over here. 11th house of friends. Donald has his abuser. This is explosive. This is Capricorn. Are we good? Janet, I just said 2nd house. Yeah, 2nd house owning, because the 8th house over here, that was the card that showed up, 2nd house owning. Does that make sense? I can't say the prior. Okay. As in my back to Don Julio then. I never get buffered on Don Julio, right? Okay. So the 6th house, public servants. Day-to-day, our military. No planets there. Sagittarius, I have never seen this here. I like seeing this here because you know what? This means our public servants, our military, our day-to-day activities, our investigations. Sagittarius is the sign of the law. It very much matches with law enforcement for this administration. So I like that. Also, I just got a hit. Are we going to see what type of white supremacist Nazis are in our public as public servants? I don't know. Fifth house of the sun. Oh, Virgo, I analyze. That is very interesting to me because Joe Biden's chart, the top of his chart has Virgo. So he is analyzing something. He is a Scorpio. That is interesting too. The fourth house of home and defense. Crap. So this is on the ground. I think we're going to see more MAGA flags. Yeah, I think we're going to see some more. Gross. More of the cult. Third house, communications. Lunar eclipse change. Ooh, that's interesting. Lunar eclipse change. So remember I said this was the new moon eclipse. We had a solar eclipse at 23, 8 degrees. So this has to do with communications, lunar eclipse change. So this full moon is going to have a very eclipsy feel to it. The moon is in Leo. Yes, we've had a change of leadership when it comes to the sun. Leo rules the sun. The sun represents the POTUS. Is there going to be a change of heart? I don't know. Okay, second house. Ooh. Income gains. Possessions. Oh, a yad. You guys, we have a yad. Destiny. Oh my goodness. So are we, is it pointing that way or that? Oh wait. There's a yad. There is a yad. So this is 9. Let's go. Oh, you guys. 9. Josh Hawley has something at 9 Capricorn. The midheaven is 9 Pisces. Donald's south node. Nope. This is opposite his Mercury. Okay, here's your yad. This is also pointing to Donald's Pluto. Whoa. Oh man, you guys, something's happening. Something's gonna happen. Oh gosh. Okay, the first house, identity, we have Pluto transformation in the... Okay, so in Washington, D.C., we've got transformation. We have something big, big, big changes. Pluto is here in the 8th. What if I did 25, 25... Holy crap. If I do a yad from this Pluto of 25, I draw this out to Pisces 25. I don't know if Don Julio has anything there, but that would make a yad over here to Leo 25, and that is Donald's Mars. Wow. You guys, something is up. Okay. How are you guys doing? I think I'm going to put these to the side. Yes. How are you guys doing? I know, Venus, right? And Janet, that Venus-Pluto conjunction is opposite Donald's Venus. Whoops. Like destruction. Shane Lynn Skinner, you are reading my neurons. I keep thinking, maybe he's going to blow up. Who knows? Okay, Boho, Mexico. Don't feel sick. Remember my vision from Abraham Lincoln. We are safe in this vortex of this war that has been unknown to us. I feel like he was trying to give me a message that it's going to swirl and it's going to be scary, but in our devotion to one another, because I'm telling you that Gettysburg, the Battle of Gettysburg and Pickett's charge, they're also active right now. So it's just very interesting that Abraham Lincoln is all in devotion to one another. You cannot lose sight of that, you guys. And that whatever happens this week, in devotion to one another, in devotion, you keep that Gettysburg Address near to you, okay? Okay, so let's lay out some cards here. Now I'm getting a call for a different deck. What am I supposed to use? What am I supposed to use? What am I supposed to use? Maybe I'm supposed to use this one. I am going to use this one, the Smith Waite. Okay, we'll use this one. Ooh, look at that, the star. I prefer the mini decks now because they're just so much easier to shuffle. So, yeah, there's no reason to be, we are so protected. Crows, yeah, Janet, I was thinking about that one. OIG said people better lawyer up. Marjorie! That is some sexy OIG talk. What kind of, there was some other, oh my god, there's been some really good things happening as well. Boho, Mexico, I just don't want more death. I don't either, honey, but you know what? We are heading into a storm with this COVID. I am horrified about what I read about the strain that came out in Brazil. They thought they were prepared for the second wave at a different strain, and it hit the indigenous, I think, in the Amazon, and it 24 hours, wiped them out. They ran out of oxygen. It was far worse than they could have imagined. I know our administration is in, I want to look more at these charts that they have. Yes, lucky girl, I love it. I love that. Larry girl, lucky girl, I love it when you remind us to be the eye of the storm. It's so true. I feel like we are all being protected, but your mantra is in devotion to one another. I've just been saying it all day today, in devotion to one another. You guys, look what I got. I have this in my office. I saw that over the summer. I love Lincoln. Okay. Okay, be the eye of the storm. What am I doing here? See. Oh, I'm sorry, you guys. These just really need to be shuffled. So this deck we're laying out, these are the tarot cards over Washington, D.C. We have a new wonderful president. You guys, we have to look at his chart. He was born to do this. It is... Even the tragedy, you can see in his chart, the tragedy of losing his wife and his baby girl early on, how that shaped him to be ready for now. I've been calling him Dad lately. He just brings so much calm and just reassurance. And I love when he says, I'm so optimistic for the I don't know if it's because he's a Scorpio, but when he speaks, it's almost like I can read between the lines. I don't know the specifics, but I'm like, oh, I know what you're saying. He's so amazing. And Kamala just feels very kind of reserved. Like, I feel like there's a lot of protection around her and that I'm not even supposed to look at her. So I won't. Because I just feel like, no, can't do that. Yes, double mask. Okay. Tarot, what's going on this week? Where's the pink pen? Oh, well, I'll just use the red one. Nope. Let's cut this again. Okay, first house. Okay, on the ascendant. Oh boy, so the Knight of Cups reversed. A not very supportive person. Death. Endings. Okay. Secrets. Oh. So this is an anniversary deck where the artist, they included like 3 or 4 extra cards to display some of the artwork by this artist because it's a centennial edition. And so I just included them just for added imagery. So this is the secret. There's 2 doves here, a mother watching a child. So the secret we have okay, so I don't like this 8 of Pentacles because since the insurrection, this has represented their plans and their details that they plan secretly to attack people. Oh, God. I don't know if that's it. So what am I going to call this? M-child, mother-child. Oh, Lordy. The 11th house, Capricorn, I use the Knight of Wands. So this shows up as the FBI. It also shows up in the past for 45, you know, like his cabinet, his pseudo cabinet especially. Eric Prince is coming to mind, so is Mike Flynn. But I really hope this is the FBI. Crowning Washington, D.C., we have Temperance. That would be nice if this is good luck. We have fifth house creativity, which means our president, and blending information, intelligence, what they know. Ooh, there's like planning going on, taking information from multiple places. This is also a Sagittarius and a Jupiter card. So making bigger plans, being creative about, well, that's this, I have a very good feeling about what they're creating. Ninth house, law enforcement, DOJ, lands far away, the Hermit, which is investigations, mentoring, shared resources. We have second house owning. All these planets here, we have justice reversed. So justice reversed. Is Biden going to reverse something? Or are they discovering something that Don Julio did? Seventh house, we the people. Three of Wands. Are these plans interrupted? Oh my gosh, wouldn't that be nice? Plans interrupted. Because, oh my goodness. Okay, am I here? So where did I leave off, you guys? Oh, I was buffering for a long time. I'm so sorry. Whoa. Okay. Kelly Owl, lots of vax unacceptable. Where are they? I would agree with that statement. Okay, so I'm back. I know I'm the most buffered. They just, okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, I turned all these over. You know what? I need to keep this within eyesight. I get going and then I forget that I should look at that. I'm back before the devil. I'm back. Okay, so plans interrupted. So skip. Okay. We're all good. Scroll up. Some people mentioned where. Yes. Thank you, lucky girl. Okay. So I love YouTube. YouTube is awesome. Okay. So sixth house. Public servants. Military investigations. We have Sagittarius here, which could be lands far away. Law enforcement. I see. That's the government. That's the government. It could also be, like a church or the Vatican. Vatican. What's this Hierophant about? That's a match. The government. Oh my gosh. Okay, so here we go. Sixth house, public servants. I think this has to do with the people who are rebelling against 46. Are getting swept because this justice card, this has been, Stubbs justice. He gets what he wants. It's reversed. No, you don't. Look we have it again. The Fool reversed. Don Julio isn't here anymore. There's been a change. They can't get over it. We have the Knight of Cups reversed. This is usually Don Julio making offers to them. We had this on the Ascendant. The same people. Interesting. So, fifth house here of this, I think so maybe, boho, foiled. It feels like it. There's something really big here. So the fifth house of the sun, The High Priestess, this was always the rusher beginning to end. Everything they would do from interference used to just apply with elections and micro-targeting and social media, but it really is the whole complete package of everything that they want worldwide. This is reversed. So 5th house of the sun, secrets coming out because they've maybe done reviews. There's been analysis going on. You know, the 5th, what's crowning Washington, D.C. for everyone to see, there's something very creative going on. Maybe they're mixing information that they've gotten about the law. But this goes down here. What's crowning D.C. has to do with what's been going on with creativity here and our leader. So, okay, so 4th house. Remember Gemini, I think. That's always Don Julio. In defense of King of Swords, the courts, rulings, SCOTUS, SCOTI. Well, he thinks he's still this guy. He's not, but I don't know. 3rd house communications we have. Okay, so Page of Wands, reverse. That was always for me with 45. The news and instructions that they get from overseas. Do this, do that. This is reversed. Is it an intercept? Bad information? We have a lunar eclipse with change. We have a yod pointing here. We have another yod pointing here in communications. Oh, 2nd house. Uh-oh. Okay, 2nd house, income gains values, possessions, the magats, 6 cups reversed, something from the past. The GOP is usually the GOP reversed. That's the magats. You know, something from the past, make America gross. And we have the Yod card here now with destiny, something from the past. 1st house of identity. Oh, you guys, the Knight of Pentacles. Ruthie always says, pay attention, the Knight of Pentacles. This is Don Julio. Or the mercenaries, or the donors. This, okay, full moons reveal the identity, revealing money, revealing payment. You guys, are we going to find out about who paid for the magats? And oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Okay, my head's kind of exploding right now. Talk amongst yourself. I want to write these down. Holy crap. Death. Knight Cups reversed. The King of Pentacles. The King of freaking Pentacles. King of Pentacles. We have the King of Swords. High Priest. You got there. There is trouble. Trouble, trouble, trouble. And that's interesting that, you guys, is McCarthy at Mar-a-Lago right now? Do you know? I know he was going there. Is he there? You guys know? The oligarchs had a total of 700,000 shell accounts. What, Marjorie? Nancy, I saw an article where Mercer said there would be armed conflict. This was before January 6th. Marjorie, where is this from? Did you find out about 700,000 shell accounts? Oh, he is there. Well, that's what we're going to look at. We're going to look at that. We're going to take out This tarotscope is the final resulting plan between McCarthy and 45 that they're planning. On this full moon eve. Hello. Can't be doing that. Okay. Tisha Jackson, I found about 35 shell. I am not surprised. There's a lot of stuff going on in Missouri. There's a lot of Russia there. The 2-9 trial is going to be a revelation. Oh, is that when it starts, Renee? The February 9th is when it starts? Marjorie posted on the last video or live. Okay, I will go look for that. There's so much coming out. Moscow Times or BBC. Okay, thank you very much, Marjorie. Yes, it starts 2-9. Oh, yes, it does. Okay. What day of the week is that? Is that... Because this Friday is the 29th. The week Friday after is going to be insane, crazy. And I would add the following Friday, our jaw dropping, just, I don't even know what to expect in those days. Okay, so the 6th is that Friday. Okay, so I'm going to say the 6th and 13th are also days I'm very concerned about. So the 9th is the Monday the 9th. Okay. Okay. Yes, they'll convict. They'll have no other choice. Yes, Marie, we need to add a contract for that because what the heck is this censure crap that they're talking about? No, we don't want that. That's not part of our agreements. Yes. Okay. This is the final result of Donald and McCarthy. Ew. The Trump crime syndicate. They really want to make their wishes come true. They're setting something up. That's what they're doing. They're hoping they're going to gain, what they want by setting this up. This is dime. I can tell you that right now. Okay, who are they? There you go, fighting. Let's go fighting up. This is fighting. They're setting up a fight for some sort of weird gain. Pluto transformation. Remember, we had the Knight of Cups and the Death card on the Ascendant. The Knight of Cups reversed offers not being very supportive, death endings. Oh man. Their secret is to weaken something. Or they're weak. And an enemy is Donald himself. The enemy is his money. It's him. Which means McCarthy is also in the same pile of crap is him. 11th house. Friends, I use what? The King of Cups reversed. So this is usually Putin can't use our stuff anymore. He's very upset he cannot abuse our stuff. What's a crowning DC between these two yahoos? You got the Knight of Pentacles. Holy crap. That's on the ascendant here. And about this again. Oh my gosh. You think we're getting some money news, you guys? Holy crap. Damn. Okay, 9th house. It's far away, Putin. The Queen of Pentacles. Holy crap. The Queen of Pentacles, so that is like, can be like the resources that the Russia is taking from us, like, you know, the vaccines maybe, or it can be data. Our money, the Bitcoin, the queens are nations. It could be Rebecca Mercer. It could be law enforcement. It could be Ivanka. You guys, Betsy DeVos fell off the earth. Like, nobody talks about her. Like, what's she doing? She just skipped town. She's in trouble. Shared resources. Oh, see, remember I had the Hermit here. And partnerships. The Hermit and partnerships. So shared resources with what is owned. Justice reverse. Oh my gosh. Magician. So all the crap that they manipulated with how they own stuff. McCarthy's in on this too, which means it's the Republican Party house. This is not good. The 7th house, we the people. You guys, the 3 of Wands was here, reversed. So, like, something foiled maybe. The Sun reversed is a goal that was not achieved. Oh my gosh. 6th house, public servants. We have the government, law enforcement. Oh, there's the no card. Someone's trying to get rid of something. Oh, you guys, they're trying to cover up their actions. Like the no for me. I do the yes, no card. The no card is like if you're the person with something, that means it's your job to get rid of it. It could mean also that you weren't part of it. But, okay, and then I have to draw another card for the Ace of Wands. Oh, stockpile. So someone's trying to cover up for the actions that they took with the stockpile, maybe vaccines. It could be PPP. I think might be vaccines. Holy cow. Think bigger. Todd Douglas, what, bigger what? Bigger money, bigger laundering, bigger what? It's huge. Okay. You guys. No. So they are trying to get rid of this. This is Donald and McCarthy. All of the money and everything they took for the elections. All this money of foreign, they're not registered they're freaking, these are rubles. Magnitsky money, I bet. My God. McCarthy Trump. 5th. They're trying to play dead, play possum. I don't know. This is also like how they try to keep all of their communications disguised. This might even be like the malware that they hid. Ransomware. This has been electronics, and it has been like microchips, that things that lay dormant and then they activate. What did they do? Because this is the High Priestess reversed, which is all the Russia. You guys, this is crazy. Okay, fourth house. Defenses, Gemini, I think, with the King of Swords, McCarthy and Trump. They're the spies! You guys! They're so in trouble. Remember, this is what Biden was looking for at the quarter moon. His third, remember, we just did this. This was his focus. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Donald and McCarthy are freaking the spies. They're the spies. I mean, we knew it, but the tarot is just like, wow. The goats are on the premises. Merc goats. Yep. Yes, Nancy Lee, Solar Wind Sack, they could have been diverting money for, yeah. I have had, you guys know, since the impeachment a year ago, and that Ace of Cups showed up like it was a switch, like a telecommunications things. Oh my gosh. Okay. Third house. Communications, we have the lunar eclipse change, the Page of Wands. We potentially have another Yod. You guys, you know what this is? So, you know the Queen of Wands. Queens are nations. Donald, his coup, C-O-U-P, on the United States, giving everything to the Russia, is the Queen of Wands. This is reversed. Look at the Page of Wands. Bad news. Lunar eclipse change is coming. You guys, somebody is in so much trouble. Oh my gosh. When do we have to, how long do we have to wait to see it? Oh my gosh, I hope it happens quickly. Okay. Yes, for entertainment purposes only. Okay. Second house, income gains. We've got the Yod and the Destiny. Possessions. Oh, I need another card. This. Oh, wait a minute. Yes, I do need another card. Okay, I'm already getting confused. So, the Ace of Swords. The Sword of Truth. Yes. And what else does it go with? That's where the moon is, you guys. Oh, Russia, North Korea, China. They're all in it. You guys. Okay, I gotta calm down here. I don't want to accidentally hurt myself. Holy crap. You guys, they're in so much trouble. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. Okay. So, T-Barb. Hi, T-Barb. You just get... Hey, T-Barb, I shared my vision thing with Abraham Lincoln. It was kind of cool. So, whatever's coming out with all this, you guys, like Lucky Girl says, stay in the eye of the hurricane. We're totally safe. The mantra is, in devotion to each other, is going to summon all of our higher angels and everyone helping out, okay? Who are we going to do next? Who should we do next? Imploding. Fine, I know. February 9th, we're ready. Who should we do next? Hi, Universal Love. I am taking questions, political. We're doing a political thing. Oh, you've been here. Oh, you've just been so mesmerized, T-Barb. Okay. I need some more water. All my ice cubes melted, you guys. Let me show you this real quick. I finally made my shadow box. I might have to move it around. Look. I finally made it. Because I included my poppy there for Remembrance Day. That I think I got this on the day or the day after he was officially announced, November 7th, 8th, as a winner. Right? Okay. Look at all my show and tell stuff. Okay, who are we at? Oh, thank you very much. Well, how drum? Well, I'm glad it's beating like a drum. Thank you, Marby, so much. Miller, Pompeo, Hawley. Okay. Yes, let's do them. Let's Pompeo, Hawley. What we got here? Oh, you want to know if Putin's going to be... Okay, the other chart we have to do is the Russia chart. That is lighting up. They're done. They're done. This thing is running over the top of their chart. That chart. Now that's a chart. It's not good. Okay. Let's do Pompeo. Oh, the government's coming after him. His secret are all of his bribes. His hidden enemy. Everything he stole. Friends. He used. Oh, Capricorn, I use the King of Swords. Secret, 11th house. The King of Swords, I don't know what that means there. That's interesting. It's crowning Pompeo and DC. No, what? No, he does not get an offer, you guys. They're saying, so he is trying to let go. No, he doesn't get an offer. He doesn't get an offer. 9th house lands far away. That would be Putin. Shared resources. Pompeo he's got some judgments lined up against him. Justice reverse. Maybe about money that he owns. 7th house partners. We the people. Is he in Mar-a-Lago? Hello. Oh, really? Is he narking on them or getting narked on? I'm going to go find God again? He can't go back. He cannot go back. His partnership is the Trump crime syndicate, the 8 of Cups. He is spinning in circles. 6th house, public servants, military, Mike Pompeo. Oh, yeah. You got all branches of government turning on you. I have nothing to celebrate here. We're part of the triad to make this all happen. The U.S., Russia, and Donald. 5th house of the sun for Pompeo, we have... He was the one that was out there making all the plans. Remember, this was here for who? The tarot had that like that. He's here. He made all the secrets. Everything happened. 4th house defenses. Mike Pompeo has the timing. This lines up with the tennis pavilion again. And Cuba. Oh, my God. Third, what is this Wheel of Fortune about? What? Endings, death, temperance, how he blended information, things to save his butt. Things are coming to an end. Wait a minute. Was he part of the timing at the Capitol? The Queen of Swords reversed. That's another nation's laws that he turned over our nation's life as a spy. He might be related to planning the attack on the Capitol. Or getting all the people in place. Oh my gosh. Oh, hi, Linda Foster. Love you. How are you? Thank you. Third house, communications. Lunar eclipse, Mike Pompeo. Yeah, you said this, you did this. I feel like this is also like the telecoms. Second house, income gains values. What does he have? A whole lot of burdens. Oh my God. The Knight of Pentacles. He's the one. He's the one that brought all the money everywhere. And there you go. North Korea and China. And wow. Is this all coming out? Holy crap. Okay, Josh Hawley. How are you guys doing? Helped with the mercenaries. Absolutely. I am so entertained by all these pretty cards and these pentacles. This is good old-fashioned fun, you guys, with cards. Deck of cards, because we love YouTube. And we love tarot cards on YouTube. We love advertising on YouTube. We think YouTube is the best. We really, and you know, buffering's okay, YouTube. Because we just love YouTube. Oh my gosh, Marie, maybe. Okay. You know what? We got to do Cuba. I'm going to put these face down. I'm going to do Holly face down, and then I'm going to do the Cuba face down, okay? Maybe we can see what they're doing, okay? So, show me. Let's do Holly. Secret. Hidden enemy, Holly. Friends. What's crowning Holly? Lands far away, or maybe not so far away in Cuba. Shared resources. Partners. Maybe with Cuba. Josh Hawley. Fifth house of the sun. You guys, that guy is he puts the ass in asteroid. Yep. Oh, thank you, Tisha. Thank you. Josh Hawley. Josh Hawley. And let's do this Cuba. Josh Hawley and the Cuba. Oh, I gotta shuffle. I gotta do this. Let's do the Cuba. Josh Hawley and Cuba. I mean, we could throw in the tennis pavilion after. You guys, there's something weird with it. Okay. Okay. Cuba. Who are you? There's Josh. What's your secret, Cuba? Ooh, 2 cards. Hidden enemy. Friends, Cuba. What's crowning Cuba and DC? Lands far away, Cuba. Shared resources. Partners, Cuba. I'm going to move this. Public servants, Cuba. Who are you hanging out with? Fifth house of the sun. Fourth house. Oh my goodness. Marjorie, thank you. Third house. Comms. Second house. Income gains value. Cuba. You guys, it showed up again. I just cannot make this up. Cuba. Cuba. Who are you? I'm the part of fortune. This is on the ascendant. The tennis pavilion had this on the grounds of defense. Like communication. It's so great. So Cuba, I felt like they were using Cuba to communicate the magats and the P-boys and the propaganda. Like that is like a troll farm near the U.S. Look at, we have riots. Riots, timing, oh gosh. And Josh Hawley, holy crap. He's got the Ace of Wands taking action against the United States and against the U.S. voter. Oh, he's got that. He's got the top. I can't even talk. Oh my gosh. Josh freaking Hawley. Now he's got the double aces, the ace of cups. This is the cover up. So his action he takes against the U.S. voter with our elections overturned. And he's got to cover that up. His association with that. That's on the ascendant. And so he probably wants to have another riot and someone to conduct that. Oh, gosh. It's scumbag. I just cannot even. These, for entertainment purposes only, you guys. Okay, Josh Hawley is, he's a maggot. Trying to go back, trying to rile up these maggots. The Cuba, okay, heartache. Trying to make amends for they went a little too far last time with the insurrection, but maybe we can make things easier. Tell a different story. Secret, Josh Hawley. The Lovers. The Secret. So this Lovers, oh my, I'm getting General Flynn and Charles Flynn. Nobody can know about them, and nobody can know about Jared and Josh with all of this, okay? Because that has to go away. Holy Cuba. Hello, justice reversed. Coming in fast. So this is usually, Putin's justice turned over. Everything is out of balance. There is no Putin's justice. Everything has been turned over. It's like putting the thumb on the scale, like your last chance, coming in quickly. Josh Hawley, secret, hidden enemy, jail. Bye-bye, Josh. Cuba. Hidden enemy is a delay in... Okay, so that was on the ascendant for this week. They're trying to delay whatever endings are coming towards them. They're trying to suppress endings and changes. Oh my God. 11th house. Friends. Helps, wishes, dreams. We've got Capricorn. I hope that's the FBI. Josh Hawley's the Empress. He's flipping so full of rubles and the Russia and using the government and resources to fill up the Empress. And for entertainment purposes only, the Two of Wands reversed. Cuba just can't get this off the ground anymore. They're hoping that maybe no one will look at what they've been doing off the shore. Crowning DC, Josh Hawley is the star. You guys, the insurrection was the star the week before the lunation of January 6th. This is still crowning him. This is still crowning him. Cuba. The manipulation. How... Okay, this is Cuba, you guys. Hidden enemy. The suppression of death. Change. Their friends with the actions they take. And because they help manipulate a lot of stuff. What in the world has Cuba been up to, you guys? Okay, we have 8. That goes inside. So Josh Hawley lands far away. China, Russia, North Korea. Cuba to overturn the U.S. voter. That is what they do, to overturn the U.S. voter, the United States. Jeez. Shared resources. Josh Hawley, second house, income. Offers, sitting back on it. These are like secret. The hand just magically appears in midair. Here you go. Take this. Okay? Cuba creating instability. Cuba, 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 Cuba. Cuba. Their only card up right now is the Wheel of Fortune. How they make and influence these situations here. 7th house partners, Josh Hawley. Who did he work with in the government to do all this crap? I think he worked with Cuba's government. You guys. This is also Russia. Russia's form of government with no laws. Cuba's like the go-between for the Russia here. This is crazy. This is crazy. We love YouTube. We love YouTube. 6th house, public servants, Josh. Look at that stockpile. The stockpile of rubles, vaccines that have been sold off, all those shell companies, all those PACs that got him where he is today, all that foreign money. Cuba facilitated it, was a go-between to get this money from overseas here to him. Boho, Mexico, Cuba against us. It's not so much that Cuba is against us. It's that Russia and China have been there manipulating things. Remember early in Don Julio's administration that our people who were in Cuba, they got head injuries from concussion machines on the ground there. They had those really weird illnesses. Well, it's come to find out they were getting concussed and brain injured by sound machines. So that's important because they wanted us out. If you notice, like Marco Rubio, all those people who start talking about Cuba, stay out of Cuba. Because before that, Obama was like, we need to normalize relationships. This is my own opinion, because when he first said that way back when, I'm like, what? And I could tell he had a different motive for getting involved with Cuba. I thought at the time he was thinking, well, maybe Cuba is an area of vulnerability for us from a hostile enemy wanting to, hook up with them and then do stuff to the United States. Well, Russia and China were already there, and Obama wanted to normalize relationships, and that same core Republicans, Lindsey, Cruz, Rubio, freaked out. Like, get out of Cuba. So, Cuba, I can't remember what, since Pompeo designated Cuba a terrorist state organization before he left, like North Korea. And it's like, oh my gosh, really, Mike Pompeo? No, you just want us to stay away from Cuba because why? So that's how Cuba came back into the picture for me. I don't remember how the tennis pavilion came back in the picture for me, but there's some dynamic going on with Cuba and the tennis pavilion and back channel information and negotiating with all of our enemies, these guys as friends. So that is why Cuba is so active. Okay. Tish, Epstein's plane's here in KC and has reportedly been to Cuba quite a bit last year. Really? Where? I saw an article with one of his planes there. And does G-String, because I can't say her name, you guys, I'll get buffered. G-String, does she know how to fly a plane? Because that Maria Butina knew how to fly. Oh, I'm glitchy. Okay, we're not going to talk about them anymore. Okay, what are we going to talk about instead? Okay, so that's how that all started. Okay, let's get back to this. 5th house of the sun, Josh Hawley. Spinning in circles. So he was one that would transmit information on behalf of Don Julio. Oh my God, wait till you see his chart, you guys. what he and Don Jolijo, their charts together against the United States of America is scary AF. He's stuck. He's spinning here, 5th house of the sun, because of all those secrets with the high priestess, the rusher. 5th house of the sun, CUBA, comfort and security, creating unrest here as well. I'm feeling like there's intimidation for those here. Maybe oligarchs, but maybe targeting them here, getting information across, do this or else. DeVos has a connection with Cuba too. I just got that in my head. Okay. 4th house. Okay. 4th house. These are our defenses. Our people, our clan. Holly. How do I defend the devil? He's screwed, you guys. And we have the propaganda, all the ops, the troll farms. This is also Bitcoin and the money. I mean, this is just a thing they do over and over and over and over with the data. He's so screwed. Oh my God, where was it? Didn't we just have the devil somewhere else? Oh my gosh, 3rd house, communications. We have Josh. It's the end. Bye-bye. You're done. And this is the CUB, the Cub, communications. They're going to find out. These are our elections. This is like the Cub and the U.S. and the Russia. It could be the Cub and the China and the Russia. No. And the USA. Or those 3 triangulating against us. Jeez. 2nd house. Holly. Wah, wah. Yeah, these are your possessions and your values. Treason and betrayal. This is your income. These are your gains. These are your possessions and values. This is Holly. Betrayal. And there you go, the Republican Party. That's all we need to know. Can you guys believe this? Can you even? I can't even. Okay. I know. It's just, I'm so glad, Tisha, that we're in a place where we can actually be in a place of anticipating or expecting a happy dance for this stuff to go down. Yeah, this is a crazy full moon. Okay, who else should we do? And then I think that I'm just gonna call it for the evening. Otherwise I'm gonna blow up because this is insane. This is insane. Who else are we doing? It's so crazy. We should probably do Ted Cruz. What do you think? Thank you, Marie Sutton. I love the TAROTSCOPE. Let's do Ted. Should we do Ted Cruz and Lindsay? See how they stack up? Oh my gosh. I need some water. My hands are starting to feel a little grimy. Okay. Okay, we'll do Cruz. I think we're going to do Cruz and Lindsay. Okay. Ted, that guy, he is just, God, he's so gross. So his Mars, I don't know if he's a Scorpio. He might be. Scorpio's ruled by Mars. His Mars is in Scorpio. It is opposite Mars. It is opposite Uranus. It is in square to the moon and the sun and Jupiter at this full moon. So he's going to be feeling it. Okay. Ted Cruz. Gross. Who are you? MAGA. His secret. Queen of Pentacles. This is money from the United States. It's Cambridge Analytica. Because he is Cambridge Analytica. All of them. Mercers. Hidden enemy. He got caught. He's caught. He doesn't think he's caught, but he is caught. Friends, Ted Cruz. So he's the one that helped make things happen with the merchant. I feel like he's like a little bit closer on the innermost, the inner circles of what's going on with the Republican. So I think like maybe other people will get peeled off before him. I could be wrong. What's crowning him in D.C.? Ted Cruz? Oh, there's a no. He's trying to let something go. Like what? Oh, you guys, this is Cub. He's the one that makes this happen with the Cub. Right? Hands far away. Oh, the good news maker. So this is my card for good news. That if there's a response or an effect that's wanted, like with propaganda, they make the polls go up or they manipulate the markets, that's good news. He's the contact to share the good news. Shared resources, Ted. Oh, he's taking action. Yep. Second house income, reverse justice. He's going to get whacked with justice. What is this? Shared resources you did. This freaking assholio to overturn the United States elections, the voter, the USA. Ugh. Part of the coup. This is his partner. That would be the North Korea, China, Russia, but more so how data gets to the North Korea to manipulate, hack. He's part of hacking. Is he part? Yes, he's part of hacking. Sixth house, public servants. Yeah, pretty much. He's a fool. He's indicted. He's got so many, I wonder, sealed indictments, what he's got going on there. Fifth house of the sun, all of the secret discussions he had to make this stuff happen with all of his experts. Fourth house defenses. Oh boy. Bad intel. He's trying to defend the lies so that our intel agencies don't get him. Third house communications. Oh, there we go. And the happy family. This is P-Boys. P-Boys. He's helping direct. Second house income gains values. Jail. This is the terror attack at the Capitol. How he got that moving. He was in charge for that going, and the Knight of Cups making that happen. So I think what this means is the Knight of Cups reversed is here on the ascendant. Meaning, I think the Knight of Cups got caught trying to ensue the insurrection with the maggots, the insurrection, the P-Boys, total chaos on a warpath. Inside the building he was. Fool. Ugh. He's horrible. He's horrible. I don't even know how you can say, this is really mean. Only a face a mother could love. I could not. Not with the way he acts. Just saying. Just, ugh. Okay. Miss Lindsay. You know what? I gotta go wipe off my hands, you guys. This is gross. I need to light some sage. Boy, oh boy. Okay, let me... Where's my sage? I gotta light some sage. Are we still going? We're still going. My hands feel better. And there goes all my papers. Where's my lighter? Do I not have it? Come on now, I just lit it up. Okay, well if I can't, I won't. Oh, here it is. Okay. Here we go. How are you guys doing? Get this going. And light. I know you got work to do. Let's light it up. There we go. Oh, there we go. That's good. That's good. Okay. Political Flare is reporting that 45 is saying that McCarthy is partly responsible for the insurrection. Now they're pointing fingers at each other? Ooh. Aw, thank you, Boho. Hippie Sue, I'm so glad you're doing so well. Thank you, Janet, about my flowers. Cruz he looked horrible tonight? Okay. Oh, Amanda Gorman's going to recite a poem at the Super Bowl. How lovely is that? Okay, Miss Lindsay. Oh my God, I feel I'm crying already, you guys. Okay, Miss Lindsay. Let's take a look at your Taroscope this week. You are, you have an agreement, do you? How do you have an agreement? What's your secret? Your secret... Well, this is angry Putin overturning... Is this... No, this isn't... Is this anyone in Russia? Or is this MBS? MBS? Secret is MBS. Hidden enemy... Okay, so his hidden enemy are all his financial burdens he also has. 11th house, hopes, wishes, friends. Miss Lindsay, you have the Republican Party. I'm getting Israel on this as well. Action and, okay. It's crowning Miss Lindsay. Good news. I feel like it's Jared. What's this good news about? The lovers, the propaganda, the routine, the Queen of Wands. So he's got something going on the side from overseas. Shared resources, Lindsay. Jail. This is the insurrection reversed. 7th house partners. Shared resources, Lindsay. You set that crap up. Yes, you did. 7th house partners. And offer was made to you by Don Julio. Do me a favor, please. Public servants, Miss Lindsay, you have. Trying to get to calmer water. Transmitting stuff. We have the government. 5th house of the sun, Lindsay. Sending it out there. Who had this here too? Did Cuba have this? I didn't write it down. 4th house defenses, Miss Lindsay. What do you have? The lovers. Again, who are you talking to? You are talking to Donald with 10 sources back, the Russia. That's the insurrection. He's He's got something going on. Third house, communications, lunar eclipse change. That's all the rusher stuff. Well, this wants to be upright. All those secrets, second house, income gains values. Miss Lindsay, made a decision about some expert. What do you have got? It's coming in quickly. What does he have going on? Did you cut a deal? Did Lindsey Graham cut a deal somehow to bust someone? You guys, it's so weird. I was expecting something else more from him. Lindsey Graham. Tell me about your deal. Your Two of Cups and your Levas. What are you doing? What's Lindsey Graham doing? What's your deal with? What are you doing? The Ten of Pentacles. Now, this could be the Trump dynasty. It could be the Capitol building. So the basis of this. Your agreement. The King of Wands. Upright. It's reversed over here as his secret. The King of Wands. What's crowning you, Lindsay? The Ten of Swords reversed. So getting some relief from having 10 swords in his back. Because in the past, what happened, Lindsay? The Six of Pentacles. So money laundering, donations, charity. That got turned over. I think you probably got caught. Which led to what? The Five of Swords. Winning unfairly. Is this your election? And farther, it's leading to an agreement. What's your challenge? Justice overturned. His justice, if he had justice, it'd be working out. But the scales of justice are against him. He's covered in a Knight of Cups. That's an offer. His offer's revoked. Did you cut a deal? How do we see Miss Lindsay with his agreement? He has an agreement. He has something going on because the environment is about. So the Ten of Cups is the P-Boys. It's the Republican Party, but it's turn. Is he an informant? What's your hope, Lindsay, with your agreement? The Four of Swords, that he can just mums a word, be quiet, just retreat. Nobody noticed, but he's afraid. The Seven, he can't fight back. Next steps. Seven of Pentacles. He's got a boatload of information. Are you going to... It's falling out. Final outcome for Lindsay. What is this agreement? The Star. Is this Is this insurrection? Is this the office of the... This is the office of the President of the United States. Nine of Swords, total nightmare and anxiety. Six of Cups, something from the past. The King of Pentacles, Donald. Blending information. The Page of Cups, good mood, news, death. The Eight of Swords. I think he might, he might have cut something on the side. It's very well hidden, or maybe he doesn't know. I don't know. These weirdos just gotta go. That's all I gotta say. So I am going to end it there. You guys, thank you so much for coming out. You guys, please stay safe tomorrow. Please, please, please. This full moon, you see all this tension? Fixed signs, Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, Scorpio. There's a lot of upheaval and change that's going to be happening, especially within this next week. Full moons pull on fluids of the body. Mars, which represents blood, is in earthy Taurus. If you have sluggish blood, it's going to affect your circulation. Stay hydrated, stress low, turn off the news if you're getting upset. But please, please, please take care of your body. Take your vitamins, minerals. It'll help your body some more, okay? Thank you so much. Lovely moderators, all of you coming out. This was so fun. Okay, you have a great full moon. Thank you, Pauline. Thank you, Carmen. Thank you, Janet. Thank you, Lucky Girl. Yes, please click on the thumbs up, you guys. Check your subscriptions because about 50 people got unsubscribed just like within the past 2 days. So please check your notifications and your subscriptions. Thank you, Jean. Thank you. Yes, this was fun tonight, Marie. Hippie Sue, to the rescue. I hope you feel better. Okay, have a good night. Bye, Leslie. Thank you. Okay, good night.